Howdy caddies, hope you're going alright. We've been flat knacker again, we've been busy, we've got another good little auction. How nice has the bloody weather been the last couple of days? Been like back in summer again. But we've got lots of nice stuff. Nice little Piatnik owl. This little guy's great, little sort of funny little grotesque bronze little sort of ink pot. He is great, and we've got two really amazing pairs of original sort of 1950s, 60s sort of Dame Edna Everage sunglasses. You got those ones there with the big sort of bat wing, and you got those other ones over the back there as well that look like a bloody pair of butterfly wings. They're fantastic. Like all the jewels and sort of everything are there. Couldn't see any of them missing. In great nick. Little Pandora bracelet with all the silver charms. We've got a nice pair of silver garnet earrings and this little ring, I think, with the little diamonds in it as well. Little sterling silver pierced berry spoon. It's an interesting bit. American medal, I think, from the Civil War, something like that. Little signed another little art glass birds. Some Australian uncirculated, there you go. Celebrate Australia, $1 coin collector's album. And you got some more nice jewellery and ladies' watches and stuff. And I got some more cool things. The telescope, he looks fancy pants. There you go, the Sky Watcher, all this nice polished brass with a lovely tripod and everything to go with it. A couple of these cool bar stools, I think made by Decor Club Decor International or something, Australia. They make sort of, known for doing sort of bar and hotel wear. He's just a ripper. And that's the other one as well. And then we've got this nice big Danish, like 9-piece designer dining suite with the chairs with their little Stoke badges on them there. I think Peter Obsvik or something like that is a designer. And there's a different brand, I think, on the table as well. But it's all there. I mean, there's a little bit of marks on the wood, but I reckon that'll actually come off. And a couple of little stains on the upholstery, but they're pretty cool and they kind of rock a little bit. Actually really quite comfortable. Great little lot. Then we've got the fantastic big ebony, heavily carved sort of ebony, lovely big sort of plant stand pedestal or plinth or whatever you want to call it. Just an absolute ripper with a nice little inset marble top. Another nice little lot with the little retro coffee table with one of these nice little sort of side tables here made out of old foundry mould sort of scraps. And that funny little stool as well to go with it. Big LED light panel of a horse. But we did notice there was a little bit of a crack in the white here. But it's pretty cool though, with all the nice coloured jewels and everything. And some decorative Australian oil paintings. Alan Ames. Bagatelle or pinball game with some old 8mm film in their little cases. It's a good lot of sort of gauges and dials and things. The old ether. Degrees Fahrenheit, voltmeters, temperature gauges. There's all sorts of gear in amongst there. There you go. How many strokes per minute? 3 boxes of CDs. The taxi top lights. Got a couple of nice big rugs down underneath here. This got a big brown and yellow 70s one's really quite nice. And another one which is a bit more sort of traditional Middle Eastern looking. Some really nice old LED light windows. You've got pairs of Art Nouveau. You've got a nice Art Deco one. Then you've got 3 more nice Art Nouveau ones here as well. Plus there's some extras as well. Nice big lot of classical sort of EP and Victorian porcelain sort of dining and serving gear. Little modern stereo system and some other stuff. A fondue set from the 70s. Statue of Liberty. There's a pretty cool plate in there. Hand-painted plate by Mandy Tolniolo. Good little group of stuff. Ammo crates and a hurricane lamp. This massive big bloody bandsaw thing, which weighs a ton, but it's on wheels. He's a ripper. 4 nice old fans. Lamps and candlesticks. Really nice big heavily carved sort of ebonized trunk. Is really quite nice. It's come from Malta. It's got the original key and everything to go with it. A lot of pictures of the 1980s sort of long case clock. We've got books and paintings and brass pots. Big lot of lamps and lights and light shades and stuff up the top. With a lot of die casting gear. Ripping big imperial typewriter. On a nice little sort of modernist IKEA. Little sort of single drawer desk and a chair. A nice big lot of brooches, costume jewellery, that little spider on the web. Move your finger is fantastic, and you got elephants and other sort of novelty enamelled bits and bobs in amongst there. Good little lot of iPhones and iPods and old Nokia mobile phones. Uncirculated coins and stuff. Nice couple of sets of cutlery in amongst there. Some good Italian stuff and some nice sort of mid-century. Big little black leather two-seater couch is a ripper. Little cane tub chair. Then we've got mixed lot here of dolls. We've got Luigi, a Sonic the Hedgehog gaming chair, big lot of footy records, lamps, and this looks like some old 70s, like wall-mountable bar or something. Well, doesn't want to open. Doll parts. The old sewing machine's a ripper as well in amongst here, but it is not a Singer New Century, so it's a different brand. It's a bit unusual. And what else have we got? Got a nice big gilt frame mirror, goes with these 4 boxes of mixed books, ceramics and other items. Got another fantastic sort of little dragony gargoyle guy. He's in pieces, but the wings actually sort of slot in somehow up here. I think his head's off, but he's pretty cool. Big outdoor gas heater, golf clubs, cricket gear, 2 Olivetti electric sort of portable typewriters. They've got these big sandstone sculptures. This one's laying down because it is a bit as found. You can see these are bits off the base. All right, but that one's standing up. There is a mark underneath it. It looks like a big R or something like that. Lot number 55. Fantastic little portable Olympia pink typewriter, which is unusual to see a pink one. All right, what else have we got down the back here? Binoculars, tripods, nice old Bakelite radio. 2 boxes of sort of pictures and ceramics Carltonware and some other gear in amongst. Got the big ice cream truck, which is pretty cool. You got all sort of hardware, door hardware from the 1930s and sort of coat hooks and all sorts of gear in amongst there. What else? Some interesting pictures, unframed chromolithograph here. And you got some nice photographs. These are all aerial photographs of New Guinea in like 1943. There you go, little sort of military bases and things. I think one of them has got, there you go, Papua New Guinea, something airfield and dispersal. Shipping at anchor at head of Milne Bay in background. November 28th, 1943. There you go, cool things. There's other stuff in there as well. A guitar and a nice 40-watt guitar amp, the Scorpion. And the guitar's a good Session Road series made in Korea in the 1980s. Fire dogs, a miniature Chippendale chair. And a nice little stool as well with the metal feet. Wooden items, records, kids' toys and stuff. Nice big scale model boat. And then you got 2 box remote control cars. Big modern oil painting on canvas, which is pretty cool. It's all sort of padded. There's a label on the back here, Eric Krebs Shard. Bachelor of Arts painting. It's called Clinkers. Find your favourite centre. It makes sense. Like when it came in, I sort of wanted to try and eat it. So put that with this little box with some nice little modern paintings. I can't remember the artist's name, but I've got it in the catalogue. Lot number 65. Some prints of Darryl Lindsay lithographs. So they're not lithographs, they're prints of his lithographs. And they're all World War I diggers and soldiers. This one's called A Comfortable Billet. All right, some of them have got a little bit of broken glass. Little German soldier there. There you go, a Lewis gunner. And a lot of them have actually got their title down the bottom there. But they aren't lithographs, they're prints of lithographs. All right, they're just good things. What else have we got? These 2 big things are a bit wacky as well. Big sort of decorative circa 1900 oil paintings. A shepherd and a shepherdess in love, which is after some German, 16th century German guy. And this one is Argus and somebody else's Greek mythological scene. But they're quite decorative on canvas oil paintings. We've got the frame for one of them, but they are both as found, as you can see. A little bit of damage here and there. But they're interesting big things. Then we've got some more nice little decorative, she's a print, decorative sort of big gilt frame seascape and that nice little landscape. This little still life's quite nice as well. Testa Ferrata, something copy or something down here is written, and then 1949. All right, and what else have we got? The Maxfield Parish print. We got a deer's head with some antlers, but they're not real. I think one or two of the points are off. Good lot of books, art reference, Lloyd Rees drawings by good old Lou Klepak, Roy Lichtenstein, Australian Mood and Moment, which is a nice book on Australian century of landscape painting. Wooden items, carnival glass, brass stuff. Other china and gear up the top. More decorative paintings and prints. This is a nice old engraving over the back. Little Victorian oil painting on glass is actually really quite nice. And this decorative as well, sort of Dutch canal scene or something like that. And this is a nice little print as well, Dreamtime Fantasy. The Mistletoe Ladies or something like that. Just a print, but it's got some details you can see on the margin. All right, now what have we got? Barry Otto watercolour. I think Miranda Otto might be his daughter. He was an actor. All right, he was a painter as well. This is 1983. Sort of classical ladies dancing. It's kind of nice, sort of Art Nouveau-y look about it. B. Maddock, Four Faces. Good thing, great Australian painter. Great, mainly graphic art actually. Just don't see much of her stuff floating around. Nice modern Japanese woodblock print. I just can't remember the guy's name off the top of my head. And then we've got some other interesting little bits here. These are interesting. All right, so Tura Maffei. All right, haiku and mixed media drawing by Tura Maffei. She ran a gallery in Punt Road called, what was it, Advent Gallery or Avant Gallery on Punt Road in the 1970s and 80s, and she was knocking around with all the sort of, Angry Penguins and all those type of guys. Anne Hall painted her portrait a fair few times. So these are interesting things with a little haiku. Now, these are by her as well, but they're all signed to B. Adams. So, look, on the back, artist B. Adams, pseudonym for Tura Maffei, painted by Tura Maffei in 1993, and she signed it as well. All right, that just reminds me of a little bloody Sid Nolan or something. And these are her as well. So the three that are signed B. Adams, Study for the Goddess. This one is called The Goddess. All right, and then the portrait as well, all using a pseudonym B. Adams. And then there's another one as well done by her using a different pseudonym, J. Abbott, Jessie Abbott. Once again, there's all details on the back. There's really interesting things. All right, don't see too much of her work floating around. She was a gallery director. All right, but yeah, really quite interesting. And we've also got this ripping Constance Stokes. Lovely little nude drawing, little pastel there. Signed upper left-hand corner. It's just a really nice thing. Great Bell School painter, great Australian modernist. All right, some Australian pottery, some other Australian pottery, including that unusual sort of kangaroo-handled character jug, which is signed GF. It's also dated 2011, and I think it's like inscribed 16 out of 20. But there is damage. The tail on the bottom of the kangaroo has been lopped off. All right, some nice little coloured glass bottles. Some old aircraft gauges. These things are kind of cool, all sort of XRAAF sort of stuff. Some of them have got little badges and stuff like that on them. All right, but they're great bits. Really like this thing. It just goes bloody everywhere. And then to go with the aircraft gauges, they're being sold separately, are some fighter jet model kits. So you've got the Seppicat Jaguar, F-104 Starfighter, which probably was basically just a bloody rocket with wings on it, and the Douglas Sky Ray as well. I think they're various scales, mainly 172. Then we've got some nice collection of irons. Really like this little miniature one with the lift-up back. There's just a little ripper. Retro radio and a clock, but the clock is as found. Really nice cast iron Victorian Colebrookdale, umbrella stand. It's got the little lift-out drip tray. Sam Pang would be happy with that. Two more model kits, 172 scale, sort of maritime aircraft. We've got the cool kitsch oil painting, or the painting on velvet, but there has been a little bit of damage here off to the left. Two more model kits of sort of MotoGP bikes. There you go, Danny Pedrosa's Honda and Troy Bayliss, Loris Caporossi's Ducati. I think that might have been a super bike, actually. But anyway, doesn't matter too much. Great thing, model kit there as well of the Heinkel HE-178, which I think is the first ever jet plane that flew, like 1937 or 38. or something, but the German hierarchy didn't like it because they couldn't hear it. Something like that. So I think we're kind of a bit lucky. What else have we got? Some nice die casts, some models of yesteryear in their straw-coloured boxes. There's other boxed and loose ones. This one's pretty cool, a little Batmobile, the fast-wheel Batmobile. The box is pretty good, but there's a couple of little chips and stuff I can see on the paint, but it is the right box for it. Here's a little ripper. I just don't think the car's mint. But anyway, clock, Bendigo, carnival glass and a doll. Something for everybody. He's great, the little Gnome, and these little bobbleheads are pretty cool as well. Although someone's pulled her ears off that one. Another little unmade model kit of good old Smithy's Southern Cross. Ripping model kit of the 1929 Ford Model A. These are all seaplane model kits. You got the Supermarine, the Walrus in amongst there. You got this funny little Oster Antarctic. The little Supermarine 6B is a little ripper, little Schneider Cup racer. And then you've got the big model kit as well of the BAC TSR2, which I don't think ever went into production. I think it was a Canadian and British thing that they were having a crack at. They got pretty close, but I think Canada almost actually had them going, and then the government put a stop to it for some reason. They've got some nice box dinky toys. The Ford 40 RV, NSU RO80. I've got no idea what the hell that actually means, but you can put a battery in the bottom and it lights up. Little Lotus Europa with the dinky speed wheels, and the fantastic McLaren Can-Am racer. All right, this box, the little Perspex a bit bad, but all these ones are pretty bloody good. All right, then we've got the squeaky toy, the box vintage Darth Vader TIE Fighter. This is another good model kit. You get two for the price of one. 172 scale flying Kiwi, so you get the Royal New Zealand Air Force Dakota, and you get the little 172 Spitfire as flown by Alan Deere during the Battle of Britain. All right, it's a good little lot. And then we've got this Ripper USA Oldies model kit, the 66 Marlin. All right, these are all, complete, unmade, all decals and instructions. But he's a good little bit from, I think, the 1970s, late 70s, something like that. The Essendon Weg poster, be a good game on Saturday. It's good to see the Bombers playing a bit better these days. And we've got some good gig posters, rock and roll, sort of the Joshua Tree U2 in amongst there, and some Beatles and other sort of music posters. Nice little Willow meat safe with a nice little sort of shaving cabinet, I guess. Little bloke sort of funny little cabinet there. And then first aid kit with all the good drugs in it. Jadeite tree and some other things. Nice little clock there in a S&P box. I reckon that's to bung your tea bags in or something like that. Lego. Some Scandinavian made in Denmark. Little sort of drinking set, punch set there. With this really nice big Herman Kahler vase, but there is a bloody chip in the top of that, unfortunately. But it's a beautiful big bit, sort of Art Deco Danish 1930s art pottery. Carnival glass, retro stuff, including this cute little alarm clock with the dancing couple. More model kits. I think the little Honda Dream 50, I think someone's partially made up the motor, but the other two are unmade. Two more unmade motorbikes. You got the Snap-Tight Harley Davidson Softail Classic, so you don't need glue. And you get the Yamaha XV1000 Virago. Oriental Ceramics, Victorian and Edwardian Ceramics. Some bloody gauge light meter or heat meter thing or something. And there's figures and art glass and other stuff there. And then we've got scale model aeroplanes and army men. And all these ones on their little display stands as well. Nice big Bakelite radios, a ripper. More model kits, all sort of pre-World War II and early World War II, including the Mackie MC200, which is, funnily enough, upside down on the box. But that's what the Italians flew like. This is a good little lot. All of the empty Fun Ho boxes. One of them's got the correct Aveling Road Roller in it. And then you get some loose little die casts. They're mainly Fun Hos and a couple of Lesnies. All right, little Jag-E types of ripper. But all of these boxes, and none of the boxes are for the Jag-E type, so it's just a good little lot. Walkmans, I think this one's missing the battery cover in the red one, but this auto reverse thing that does everything looks like it's pretty good. The Hubley die-cast metal scale model kit. All right, we've got 4 more sort of modern fighter jet model kits. Really nice little collection of mortar and pethals. Some nice old torches. 2 more helicopter models, including Airwolf, the TV show. That's not MacGyver, is it? I know that's Ernest bloody Borgnine. I don't know who that guy is. He's bloody familiar, though. And I don't think just from that TV show. More Carnival glass, more model kits. These are all World War II sort of bombers. Including this nice big Lancaster over the back from the Dam Busters there. You can see it's got its bouncing bomb hanging out underneath. Nice little lot of glass orifice. I reckon this is probably Home Guard or someone, this big purple tankard. And that bit's actually really quite nice and colourful. 132 scale model kit of the Tiger Moth. We've got a nice collection of Villeroy and Bock china. A couple of interesting bits of Australian pottery. I think this might be that Wimblad or something like that. It's really unusual with this band around the centre. This sort of browny bluey colour is a bit more typical. And this nice little lidded box as well, which is signed underneath, but God knows which way that goes. They're just nice little bits of modern Oz pottery. The S-71 Blackbird. There you go, the spy plane that almost flew to bloody space. More cross-style jug. Nice little lot of glass. George Jensen clock and this other Smith Sectric clock advertising Kelvinator. Oliver Nielsen, Gawler Place in Adelaide. A little lot of Oriental blue and white. They got some nice art glass, kind of like this little parrot. He's kind of cool. All right, then you've got the Royal New Zealand Air Force Aramaki MB339 model kit. Another good bit. We sold a part of the fuselage of one of them about 5 years ago. Box ZZ Top diecast, scale model. And these are all good. These are all little World War I sort of aeroplanes. The Sopwith Tripe, good old Collishaw. The Fokker D6. And then you got the little Roland C2 or C3 or something C2 there. This is a ripper, this little Sopwith Tripe, Collishaw. It was a gun, I think it was a Royal Navy pilot. Because the Air Force actually didn't have triplanes, but the Navy did. Anyway, this is pretty unusual as well. It's got these really nice little cutout, look, exclusive aero skin fabric to put on the side of the fuselage and on the wings so you don't have to paint it. Good little thing. All right, Murano. This is kind of nice, this lacquerware box as well with a sort of Picasso-looking top on it. Pretty cool model kit as well of an Aston Martin DB4, all complete and unmade. Got this really nice Abrahams photograph of the RMS Renown. Pretty good thing. Obscure. These guys were photographers to the Navy in England, so all of the Navy ships that Abrahams photographed, but it's rare to actually see one. The majority of them are postcards. All right, this is a good thing. Original frame and everything. Then we've got Italian glass, Wedgwood Italian glass. I think this vase is a nice bit of Whitefriars. Lovely bit of Pauline Delaney. And this nice big sort of Art Deco styled bust. She's fantastic. There is a little mark on the back here. Copyright KC00. There must have been another little badge or something there. But she's really nice. Absolutely lovely bit. But anyway, guys, that'll do. Hopefully you saw something you liked. That's a nice book as well by Helen Topless, all on plein air painting in Australia, Heidelberg School and the rest. Anyway, that'll do. Good on you guys. See yous tomorrow night.